Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the debate. And on the debate, I like to talk about uncomfortable issues. Issues that make other people queasy. Issues that other news networks avoid. And one fundamental issue which everyone avoids is what happened in the S6 coach of the Sabarmati Express when it was burnt with all the passengers inside in Godhra. Yes, viewers, all the politically correct left liberal types who like to talk about the Gujarat riots never want to talk about the trigger incident. They don't want to talk about what happened in Godhra. And now the film has come out which talks about Sabarmati Express and what happened in the S6 coach of the Sabarmati Express. And this issue came up in the news when the Prime Minister over the weekend said that it is very good that there is a movie about the burning of the Sabarmati Express in Godhra in 2002. And the Prime Minister wrote on X, he said, it is good that this truth is coming out. And that too in such a way that common people will see it. A fake narrative can persist only for a limited period of time. Eventually the facts will always come out. Yes, they will, ladies and gentlemen, they will. But only if the media also plays a responsible part. So here are a few questions from my side. Why should we not talk about what happened in the S6 coach where 58 victims were burnt alive inside the S6 coach of the Sabarmati Express? Who burnt them alive? Why should we not talk about the 27 women who were burnt alive in the Sabarmati Express? Why should we not talk about the 20 children, innocent children, who were burnt alive in the Sabarmati Express? Why should we not talk about the fact that 81% of the victims in the Sabarmati Express burning were women and children? Why should we not talk about the indiscriminate stone pelting that took place on the Sabarmati Express? Why should we not talk about the 4 coaches of the Sabarmati Express that were burnt by a mob of 2,000 crazy people? And why should we not talk about the fact, and this is the most important point, that the victims there, their only fault was that they were car sevaks returning from Ayodhya. Car sevaks returning from Ayodhya were targeted by the rioters and 58 victims died. 27 women were burnt alive. 20 children were burnt alive. And even for those people who talk about the post-Godhra riots, the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, the post-Sabarmati Express riots saw over 1,000 victims, but 254 were also Hindus. So Hindus were also victims. Unfortunately, in this country, whenever Hindus are victims, one side of the media tries to downplay that. The whole idea should be to show Hindus as villains and as perpetrators, never as victims. But viewers, the Sabarmati Express had 1,700 car sevaks on board. Their only fault was that they were Hindu. Thousands of car sevaks traveled from Gujarat to Ayodhya to take part in the Mahayagya of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir. 2 days later, that train arrived 7:43 in the morning in Godhra. Before the train could leave the station, someone pressed the emergency brake, and then there was an attack by 2,000 mobs, and that is when there was stone pelting, and these people were killed, burnt alive. Dear viewers of Republic, there are vested groups in our country who want to present a one-sided narrative. Only and only and only and only the Republic Media Network presents the correct narrative. This is the new balance in the media. This is the balance that is very much required, and that is my top debate tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth of Sabarmati, I say, let's talk about Godhra. Debate number 2 this evening, you have Kailash Gehlot, top senior Aam Aadmi Party leader and minister who's quit to join the BJP. Has the BJP made a mistake by getting him when he's under investigation? And debate 3 tonight at 9 p.m. The Congress party turns completely a pro-Muslim party They are now openly promising Muslim reservations on the campaign trails in Maharashtra. That's debate number 3. And here are the headlines this Monday evening on the debate tonight. The Sabarmati report, the film on the aftermath of the 2002 Godhra train burning incident, triggers the Godhra debate as the Prime Minister says the truth cannot be hidden in darkness forever.
सुनने में आ रहा है कि ऐसा कोई नैरेटिव बिल्ड करने की कोशिश की जा रही है, ईडी के दबाव में कर दिया, सीबीआई के दबाव में कर दिया, तो ये सारी मेरे ख्याल से गलतफहमी है। एक आम आदमी किसे
Once an AAP minister and a very close aide of Kejriwal, Kailash Gehlot, under investigation quits the Aam Aadmi Party and joins the BJP, saying that the Delhi government has failed to serve the Aam Aadmi. All this happening on the eve of the upcoming elections in Delhi.
ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी की महाराष्ट्र सरकार की स्ट्रेटजी है, हम आपको ये दिखाना चाह रहे हैं। ये देखिए, एक है तो सेफ है।
As the BJP gains traction politically with the Hindu unity pitch, the call for Hindu unity saying ek hai to safe hai, ek hai to nek hai, Rahul Gandhi caricatures the demand for Hindu unity as he goes all out to consolidate the Muslim vote. The Congress Party's Muslim reservation agenda hits 5th gear just 48 hours ahead of the Maharashtra elections. The party is now openly, after getting support from the All India Muslim Personal Law Board and the Ulema Board, now are openly talking about Muslim reservations if elected. Well, the trigger for the first debate, ladies and gentlemen, is the new film on the 2002 Gujarat violence, which talks about what happened on board the Sabarmati Express, where 58 people, 81% of them women and children, were killed by a rioting mob of 2,000 people who targeted them only and only because the train was full of car sevaks. Now, this part of the narrative has never been put out by the Congi left ecosystem. It's coming out for the first time and is a huge political debate tonight.
The film Sabarmati Report has stirred a nationwide debate on the truth of 2002. Prime Minister Modi took to social media platform X, hailing the effort in a manner that the common people can see it. The flashes of the 2002 Sabarmati Express attack still haunts the victims and their families. Over 59 people died on February 27, 2002, when 4 coaches of the Sabarmati Express were set ablaze by a mob of 3,000 people at Godhra. The car sevaks returning from Ayodhya became a target of this horrifying ordeal, with women and children being the highest of the fatalities. Prime Minister Modi, who was then the Chief Minister of Gujarat, came under tremendous criticism over the handling of the communal riots that ensued in the aftermath of the attack. While PM Modi was later given a clean sheet by a Supreme Court appointed SIT, and the Supreme Court upheld the report, the vicious agenda-driven politicization of the incident has not been forgotten.
गोधरा की हृदय विदारक घटना हुई और उसके बाद की परिस्थितियों में गुजरात हिंसा की आग में जल उठा। मुख्यमंत्री के तौर पर भले उस समय मेरे पास ज्यादा अनुभव नहीं था, लेकिन मेरा गुजरात पर, अपने गुजरात के लोगों पर अटूट भरोसा था। हालांकि जो लोग एजेंडा लेकर चलते हैं, वो उस समय भी घटनाओं का अपने तरीके से एनालिसिस करने में जुटे हुए थे। दुनिया में गुजरात को बदनाम करने की साजिश रची गई, एक निराशा का माहौल खड़ा करने की कोशिश की गई।
However, the opposition has continued its attacks on PM Modi over the Godhra incident.
गुजरात दंगों का मास्टरमाइंड अगर कोई होगा तो मोदी जी हैं कि वहाँ होने वाले दंगों के बारे में उन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया, हालांकि दंगे फैलाइए, लोगों को मारिए, इस तरह का चीफ मिनिस्टर बोला है।
Meanwhile, the BJP has claimed that after 22 years, the Sabarmati truth is finally coming out.
इस मूवी के माध्यम से देश को एक सच्चाई पता चल रही है। उन लोगों को आखिरी एक कम से कम उनका क्लोजर रिपोर्ट है, उनके लिए भी एक शांति है और सच्चाई जो अब तक दबाई जा रही थी उससे हटता पर्दा भी देखना चाहिए और फिर तुम्हें सच पता लगेगा कि तुम्हारे देश का भविष्य कैसा है और कैसे तुम्हें अपने और अपने परिवार को आने वाले समय में बचाना पड़ेगा।
As the lobby targets the discourse around the incident that unfolded in Gujarat in 2002, the biggest question remains: why is the lobby uncomfortable on speaking about the Sabarmati train burning truth?
Siddharth Yadav, national spokesperson of the BJP, Uday Mahurkar, senior journalist, and he has a lot of expertise on the Gujarat incident. Sharan Shetty is a documentary director, and he's made this film, Forgotten 59, The Untold Godhra Story. Ratnakar Tripathi is, of course, a senior Congress leader. Ghanshyam Shah will be joining us in just a while from Ahmedabad. He's a retired professor from JNU. Now, Ratnakar Tripathi, why should we not talk about the 58 people who were burnt alive? If Godhra had not happened, the Gujarat riots would not have happened. Am I right, Uday Mahurkar? The Gujarat riots happened because car sevaks were burnt alive. And families of car sevaks and children, 20 young children were burnt alive. How can we forget? This film has really brought that into prominence, and I think it's a great thing. It's fantastic. We should, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag talk about Godhra. Ratnakar Tripathi.
My heartfelt condolence to the newborn, 10, 11 newborns who were burnt alive in Government Medical College at Jhansi in Uttar Pradesh because of the negligence by the state government and the, medical authorities there. I too won't forget this. Yes, you are talking about it, Dr. Goswami. You haven't stopped it. You are talking about it. You are talking about the half truth, right? It just reminds me of the famous sentence, there were two vultures. One was having camera. That is what they are doing. They are just trying to encash the tragedy and pain. They are just trying to do something which they could have avoided. It is almost 22 years now, and everybody knows what happened. Everybody knows what happened. The matter is in the Supreme Court. The High Court awarded death penalty to 11 people, 20 life imprisonment, and they acquitted 63. Now the case in the Supreme Court. On the basis that they were burned alive, and they are responsible.
But you are saying that we should avoid talking about it? Why? I mean, Siddharth Yadav, the first response we have here is that why should we talk about it? This film should have been avoided.
Do you call me for the grilling session?
No, I asked you the question. You said something, and
I said that
I'm getting a response to what you said from the BJP spokesperson.
They are celebrating one inhuman act with the detriment of the society.
Arnab, let me respond.
They are doing what they are doing.
Yeah, sure, but I don't agree. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you that these matters need to be buried under the carpet. It's not appropriate to do that.
Let me speak, sir. Vikrant massey is 37 years old, and the person, Mr. Sarna, if I am right, who directed this movie, started acting. The first appearance was in 2000. What have they done for the Sabarmati victims? For their families? What they have promised? Or what they have done?
I don't know why you're so uncomfortable. I don't know why you're so uncomfortable. Siddharth Yadav is responding first to you, Mr. Tripathi. I see so much discomfort. No, 1 minute. When you say, allow me, sir, let me get the other side. The argument being made tonight by Ratnakar Tripathi, should I open the phone lines on it? Okay, let's open the phone lines. Controversial subject, but let's open the phone lines. Ratnakar Tripathi says these issues should not be spoken about. They should
Again,
not
you
be
are
picked up.
Again, you are spreading the lie.
The people who are
I am
making movies on
they
these
should
issues
not
are vultures.
encash it. They should do something for them. Please, sir.
And this is also part of that, doing something.
No,
for them.
this is not a part. Have
It
they
is.
promised that if they will earn money, they will spend 40% on those victims' family?
You don't want anyone to know about the massacre of Kashmiri Pandits. You do not want anyone to know about what happened in Sabarmati Express.
When it was said that go back.
Ladies and gentlemen, my question to you tonight is: should we openly talk about Godhra? Should we openly hashtag talk about Godhra? Siddharth Yadav's turn, please, to respond. Siddharth, you heard him.
Arnab, I'm failing to understand that if truth is being spoken, then how is it celebration? How can Ratnakar Tripathi sit here and say that if a movie is being made on something which, shakes everybody up, something which is not spoken about in so many years, something that an entire ecosystem was always trying to hide under the carpet, and if a movie is coming out of that, the filmmakers have to come out and justify, give their earnings, do all of that. Have you given this argument for all other narrative movies that have come under your rule? Or is this your definition of freedom of expression? Because we very well know what the Congress party has done in the past. The history tells us that it was always the Congress party which always got uncomfortable with movies and the right to freedom of expression, with filmmakers exercising that right. Although you always, allege this on the other side, but it was Indira Gandhi and all Congress, leaders and all prime ministers who have always done that. We have seen what happened with the movie Andhi in 1975, Kissa Kursi Ka. We have seen what happened to, the Kishore Kumar songs. They were banned. So many movies were banned by the Congress party because there is one narrative that has to go out. Nothing apart from that narrative should go out. Because if that happens, Congress party is always uncomfortable.
Precisely.
Such an incident happened. You are always, you are very ready to talk about Godhra riots. But what is the harm and what wrong happened with the people in Sabarmati? Why it makes you so uncomfortable that you can't speak a word about it? That you would sit here and say, oh, the filmmakers are so-and-so age and they started making films in the year 2000. What have they done? Have you asked this question to all other narrative movies?
The truth, I need to... 1 minute.
Mr. Yadav, just a minute, Dr. Swami. I am challenging their intention. I know their intention. That is what Mr. Yadav I am saying.
What is your intention?
You forget the intention, sir.
What is your intention? What is your intention? Okay, Ratnakarji, I want to say something about your intention. Can I say something here? Viewers, you see today, you see all the channels. They will discuss all the channels today, all the channels today will discuss what are the pollution levels in Delhi. They will not discuss this. They will discuss everything possible. They will discuss what the Kim Kardashian is wearing, but they will not discuss this. They will, oh my God, they will even discuss how pollution impacts dogs, but they will not discuss this. Because human lives don't matter if the humans are Hindus. Reality speaking tonight, and I'll just take 30 seconds because I believe I'm speaking to an audience. I believe that anyone less than 13 or 12 or 13 years old in 2000, sir, 1 minute, see how he's speaking over me. Viewers, why he's speaking over me? You know why he's speaking over me, viewers? Because he's afraid that in 2024 I will speak the truth. Now let me tell you something and just be quiet for a minute. Sir, I'll tell you one thing. I was in television in 2002 also. I'm not a newbie. And I can tell you there was a direct attempt at portraying only one side of the reality, at making Hindus look like the perpetrators and Muslims as the victims. I'm not saying Muslims were not the victims, but Hindus were the first victims. Now, what happened? How did the Gujarat riots happen? In 10 seconds, I'll tell you, viewers. There is a train full of 1,700 car sevaks coming back, traveling from Gujarat to Ayodhya. They are going for the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi. It's called Purnahuti Mahayagya. Okay. Then the train arrives at Godhra station at 7:43 a.m. on 27 February 2002. Before the train leaves the station, in a well-planned way, somebody pulls the emergency brake. Then many people pull the emergency chains. We are all here. We all know what happened. The train stops. Where does the train stop? The train stops, as Uday Mahurkar will tell you, in an area dominated by Muslims. Then 2,000 Muslim mob comes to the train. Okay? There is a lot of planned stone pelting and planned attack. 4 railway coaches are set ablaze. All the passengers are trapped inside. These people, this Muslim mob knows there are children, they don't care. The Muslim mob knows that there are women, they don't care. And I'm not among those people who will say, minority community, sensitive words. I will say Hindu-Muslim because it is a fact that it was Hindu-Muslim. 58 people died. And for viewers, 22 years, the tragedy is Uday Mahurkar. We are too embarrassed to say, how did the Gujarat riot start? Because Muslims burnt Hindus alive. Because a Muslim mob burnt Hindus alive. Because a Muslim mob burnt Hindus alive, and 20 Hindu children also died. And Ratnakar Tripathi will tell you, be a good Hindu. Don't talk about these things, Arnab. Be a good Hindu. Good Hindus don't talk about why Hindus are killed.
More Hindu than you.
Shame on you. The Godhra truth scares you. Uday Mahurkar is on the debate. Let's, ladies and gentlemen, talk about Godhra. Talk about Godhra. Force them to talk about Godhra. And Uday Mahurkar is on the debate. Uday Dada.
You yourself will be ashamed one day.
I was present in the hospital in Ahmedabad where the bodies were brought after postmortem from Godhra. From that point onwards, I know the entire story. I have been to that signal Falia, from where the Muslims came and burned the train. There were not 1, 2 attacks on the train. One at around 8 o'clock in the morning, another at 11:30 in the afternoon, in the forenoon. There are 2 attacks on the train by the same crowd, and this has been told to me by the Railway Protection Force officers who were deployed there at the time of second attack. There were slogans being shouted from the mosque, Islam khatre mein hai, kafiron ko kaat dalo. This is on record. And for 10 years, till the judgment came in 2010, there was an attempt by a section of people in the media, a large section of people in the media, by the left lobby, by the Islamist lobby, to show it as an accident. In the first attack, which was around 8:15, there was a crowd of 500 people. 500 Muslims were there, fully armed. So, I personally believe that the narrative for 10 years, almost 10 years, till people started talking about it, for 10 years was run by Deoband School. Deoband School, because the people who attacked this train were all Wahhabis, they were all Deobandis, Tabligh Jamaat people. And the entire narrative was run by Deoband till 2010. After 2010, after the judgment came, there was some talk about actually what happened. And in the last 10 years, there have been about 2-3 attempts to present the truth. This is the final attempt. There have been 2 more attempts earlier. One in the form of a writer called Manmat Deshpande. He has written a very nice book on this. There was one film in which Manoj Joshi was the actor, and then I think Sharanya Shetty also made a very good attempt. So this is the 3rd or 4th attempt on this. But then you made a very good point, Arnab, that people who were only 10 years old at that time, they should know the truth. How politics was played on the dead bodies of 59 Hindus. And for 10 years, there was an attempt to ensure that people forget the Godhra episode and they don't forget the reaction to it, which was in the form of unfortunate attacks on the Muslim community.
I tell you this, Uday Dada, look at it like this. I don't know the details, and I want to go to Sharan because he's done a very, very brave and great job, I think, of doing a documentary on this. I know it's difficult. It's like,
yes,
given the whole ecosystem would be against a young documentary filmmaker like Sharan, I think he's done a great job. And today, other people are making more commercial films, of course. But before I come to Sharan, and Sharan, remember, you've been called a vulture by Ratnakar Tripathi earlier in the program. People like you who speak the truth according to Ratnakar Tripathi are vultures. But be that as it may, viewers, one statistic from me. I believe that anybody below the age of 34, 35, anybody below the age of 34 or 35 would not have a living memory of what happened in Godhra, because let's say somebody born in 1990, right, would probably be around 34 years today. Probably Sharan himself is younger than that. The point is that anyone 35 or under in this country would not have a living memory of Godhra. What will they read? They will read the left liberal media and say, oh, you know, Hindus are the perpetrators and Muslims are the victims. We need to correct that. Sharan, your thoughts on this film, what you've done, and the comments of Ratnakar Shetty that you heard earlier.
Arnab, good to be with you. And I would like Mr. Tripathi to understand that I don't represent the commercial film, but I represent a documentary where we have documented the voices who have been survivors themselves and the families of the victims who actually lost young children and women. And just for your information, Mr. Tripathi, this vulture was 5 years old when this incident happened. And I come from the south. And I have no relation to Gujarat whatsoever, except the fact that I believe that this carnage, and I use the word carnage, was deliberate and it was pre-planned. And this is not me saying this, Mr. Tripathi. It was the Nanavati Commission which has said this. Because before I ventured out to do this, there are two questions that I asked. One is, what does the Nanavati Commission actually say in detail? Which actually goes to prove that very few panelists have knowledge of what the Nanavati Commission has said, because there is a complete detailed document. And numbers. What about the Banerjee Commission report, which had actually falsified this as an accident in the first place? So secondly, Arnab, just as an academic curiosity, my research question was simple. When I was researching about this, and this was around the time of the Prana Pratishtha at Ram Mandir, remember that all these people were going to Ayodhya and they were returning from Faizabad. It was known as Faizabad back then. These people were nowhere involved in any of these things. And why would women and children be targeted, right? The first thing that I did was to Google about these people, and there was only one article by Mr. Gopal Goswami who had written for First Post, and he had disclosed the names after 20 years. Imagine that these 59 people, and many of whom cannot be identified today also, their names were only disclosed after 20 years. So I will end this debate if Mr. Tripathi can tell me why not a single person was interviewed in 22 years. And this was the first time that I documented as somebody in my 20s who had barely any knowledge of what this incident was about until I grew up and read about it, right? So I would urge everyone to watch it. It was from their mouth directly. It is not a social commentary. What these people want is catharsis. They want a closure. They want their families to be remembered. They want their sacrifices to be remembered. And they were targeted very, very brutally. And there was no closure for them. Where was the media around it? I'm not angry or bitter with the media that they covered what happened in the aftermath. Okay, even that should be done. Every victim who suffered in any carnage or riot should be equally condemned. But will you actually evade the question that nothing was actually questioned about this, and why were these people not interviewed even once?
Arnab, more than that, Arnab, I would like to step in here. There was a very planned attempt by a left section of the media, which was under the influence of left ideology, Islamist ideology, to entirely misrepresent the incident as an accident. And it continued for years. In 2006, Lalu Prasad Yadav, as the railway minister, set up the Banerjee Commission, Safety Commission, Railway Safety, under the Railway Safety Act, to prove that this was an accident. And mind you, I was with India Today at that time. I still very distinctly remember any reporter coming from the English media, particularly coming from Delhi, his first thing was to go to a newspaper called Gujarat Today, which was being run by members of the Muslim community, and take all the facts from them, and not to even look at the VHP office. VHP was handling the bodies of the victims. They were handling this side, Hindu side, you know. So their duty was to go to Muslims also as well as Hindus. But all the reporters who were coming from Delhi, they were going to the Gujarat Today office, which was a newspaper, which was running the Muslim narrative. So this was, I think, the biggest conspiracy I have ever come across.
And then what happened is that...
Which was played on the dead bodies.
And then what happened was that Lalu Prasad Yadav said that the Hindus died in an accident, but the Muslims were killed in a riot. And then Congress leader Ahmed Patel conspired allegedly with Teesta Setalwad, right, to try and frame Prime Minister Modi, who has been cleared by the Supreme Court appointed SIT. Then Teesta Setalwad was given the Padma Shri by the Congress party, and Ahmed Patel became political secretary to Sonia Gandhi till 2017. Then R.B. Srikumar and Sanjeev Bhatt fabricated evidence to frame different people. And the SIT affidavit said that at Ahmed Patel's behest, Setalwad got 3 million rupees post the Godhra riots in 2002 and used to come to Delhi to meet the prominent leaders of a particular political party. And now you say that Sharan Shetty is a vulture. But the Congress party organized a public screening at a beach in Tiruvananthapuram to put out the BBC documentary targeting Narendra Modi.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to hear the truth.
No, just a minute, Dr. Goswami.
No, left media went berserk on the BBC documentary.
2010, Arnab.
Let's talk about Godhra, ladies and gentlemen. Let's openly talk about it. You see, nobody talks about these
let me
things.
step in here. In
Shall I say
2010,
something,
I did
sir?
a story in human rights. That story completely exposed
Mr.
Mr.
Mahulkar
Chatterjee.
ji,
The
Mr.
way
Mahulkar
she
ji.
had... No, Mr. Chatterjee was member of the National Advisory Council by Sonia Gandhi.
My grandparents
He was
are from
member.
Ahmedabad.
He was like an extra constitutional
Mahulkar
authority
ji.
in the Congress government. And she was the person who tutored the witnesses, and that story was exposed by me in 2010, how Muslim witnesses were tutored to fix Narendra Modi and BJP leaders.
So you want to
This is
say,
all on record.
Mahulkar, you want to say that although you witnessed this in 2002, you were not allowed to give it to the press till 2010. That is what I was saying.
No, I have done stories in between.
No, for
I have done
8
stories in
years,
between.
You
I have
suppressed
done.
the story. That is what you are saying.
But no, I had to, in 2010,
No, you are
I
saying,
made
sir,
a very,
that is
very
not
honest
my
attempt to
saying.
meet
No,
the people.
question
And I made
being here tonight, 1 minute, Ratnakar Tripathi, Siddharth Yadav and Sharan Shetty. You see, why don't we say, since you use the word genocide so loosely, why don't we say that the Gujarat riot started with the act of genocide against Hindu pilgrims by a Muslim mob? Correct the history, no?
Yes.
Am I asking for too much? Am I saying something wrong?
One more thing, Arnab, one more thing.
Now you are speaking
Mr.
over me.
Narendra Modi, I was with him in his campaign in 2002 also, soon after the riots. He used to always say what happened at Godhra was wrong, what happened after Godhra was also wrong. While Congress was saying, forget Godhra, remember post-Godhra.
My
Mr.
question
Modi
goes
was
to
always saying,
Sharan and Siddharth want to come in. I saw Siddharth raise his hand there. Siddharth.
I want to make one point.
Siddharth Yadav. He's saying something. Ratnakar Tripathi. Let me get the two other gentlemen in. Siddharth, please.
Arnab, what is fascinating to note today is that the Congress senior leader who's sitting here is finding it, I pity him rather, it's finding it so difficult to speak out the truth. He's getting so uncomfortable when you are stating facts, when the senior journalist on the panel is also stating facts. This happened. This is the truth. Why can't one speak the truth? What is it with the Congress party? And mind it, Arnab, that this was an incident which was unprovoked. This was an incident where the pilgrims who were returning had no other option. They were coming on a state-funded transportation mechanism in a railway. It is not like these days when, जैसे कई बार उसको गलत कहा जाता है, but Muslim बस्ती में जाकर के किसी ने कुछ नहीं किया. They were returning from Ayodhya, they were pilgrims, they were attacked unprovoked. And Ratnakar Tripathi cannot utter a word. Ratnakar Tripathi is so uncomfortable speaking about them. Ratnakar Tripathi is not finding it strange that the stories of all those people who were victims did not come out for so many years. Why is it? What makes the truth so uncomfortable for the Congress party? I'm failing to understand. But I think it is that the confidence that he is displaying today, that confidence comes from some ecosystem. The confidence, the source of that confidence also has to be understood, Arnab. And that confidence with which he is sitting and denying the truth blatantly, that confidence has stayed for long. But I feel today it is time, and I find it I'm fortunate that such discussions are happening. And I thank you that we are finally opening that discussions and we are openly talking about this. Filmmakers have the courage to come out and speak the truth. Documentaries are coming out on it. Because we for so many years did not have that atmosphere. We for so many years did not have that option, and truth was always hidden. no longer, Arnab. No longer.
I'll give a word to Sharan Shetty, to Ratnakar Tripathi first. Sharan Shetty.
Arnab, a lot of the guidance that I received was basically very few articles that were written by people like Udayji. So otherwise, there was no other journalist speaking about this. Secondly, if Mr. Modi, being a part of the BJP, can condemn any violence that has happened and any loss that has happened, regardless of their religion or their caste, why can't opposition leaders also do the same, is my question. At the end of the day, these lives were lost. I spent almost 3 months in Gujarat, Arnab, with my own money. I'm barely 3 years into journalism, okay? I don't have a lot of savings. I put everything because I saw that these stories were not told. And it had to be told in video because nobody reads these days, okay? And there was a woman who I met, okay? Her husband was burnt alive there. It was... See, everybody talks about a post facto closure, okay? Now you can come and do all the sermons saying that this is all done, let's move on and all of that. What about the pre facto closure and what about the psychological trauma that these people have gone through? Because Arnab, this woman tried to commit suicide 3 times and she has lost her arm. You see the documentary, she reveals her arm at one point where her arm is hanging around and I broke down. I have nothing to do with this woman. Is that amount of sympathy, regardless of your politics, keep your politics aside, I really don't care about the politics of this. Okay, if you can't show that sympathy, and if you're towing all your political lines on, then it should be a shame on you, regardless of which party you belong to.
I totally agree with you. That's why I began by saying I think it's a very, very brave attempt on your part, Sharan. I would love to see the documentary. I would love to show parts of it on Republic with your permission. And Sharan Shetty...
Shame on you that you are not sharing your money with those victims. Don't say...
what money? Is an individual journalist, 3 years into the profession, you want him to share money? How much money did Ahmed Patel share with Tista se Talwad? How much money did Ahmed Patel give Tista se Talwad?
Very true.
How much did he give?
Shame on me. And one more thing to you, sir, too. Today you said that you told me to feel shame. I am not in a habit of just taking these words. Please save it for some other people. Please.
I don't know what I said about your feeling shame. I don't think he said that. I think he said I'm a journalist 3 years into the profession and I have put my effort into telling a story. You should have the confidence to hear the story.
You said Ratnakar Tripathi, shame on you. Please, I am not in a habit of, I've been listening to this word from you. So please save it for other people.
Well, I mean, you said something and I responded to it twice as much.
It was with the Kevin Carter. And it was said that there were 2 vultures.
Don't change the subject, Ratnakar Tripathi.
No, I'm not changing the subject.
The subject is very clear. The Godhra truth is coming out. You also have a responsibility. You should go everywhere in Varanasi and talk the truth about Godhra. You should hold public meetings. You should go and meet university students. You should go to Assi Ghat. You should go to Dashavamed Ghat. You should go to the streets and chaurahas of Varanasi and say, हम सच्चाई बताएंगे कैसे कार सेवकों को टारगेट किया था।
बताइए सच्चाई।
आप बताएंगे रत्नाकर जी, आप बताएंगे रत्नाकर जी, आप बताएंगे, आप छुपाएंगे नहीं, आप बताएंगे, I thank you very much. Now the big political story, ladies and gentlemen, is a gentleman called Kailash Gehlot. He's 51 years old, which makes him very senior in the AAP, the AAP system. If you were to say, in the Congress party, he would be a youth leader, but in the AAP, he's considered to be one of the veterans. Now, he suddenly quit the Aam Aadmi Party. He had a whole host of portfolios. The AAP says he's now joined the BJP because he's under investigation. Why did the BJP take him in? Will he make a difference for the Delhi elections? Sharp and polarizing debate. This is what happened.
Once a minister in the Aam Aadmi Party and the closest aide of its supremo, Gehlot has now joined the Bharatiya Janata Party hours after quitting the AAP, in a move that has stunned Team Kejriwal. Gehlot, who has held important portfolios such as transport, WCD, home, administrative reforms and IT, resigned, saying that the Aam Aadmi Party today stands for everyone except the real Aam Aadmi or the citizen.
ईडी के दबाव में कर दिया, सीबीआई के दबाव में कर दिया, तो ये सारी मेरे ख्याल से गलतफहमी है. इस प्रकार का नैरेटिव बिल्ड किया जा रहा है. एक आम आदमी की सेवा करने के लिए जुड़े थे, वो आम आदमी से मेरे ख्याल से सब वो लोग खास हो गए हैं.
He is the the same Aam Aadmi Party minister who had been raided by the agencies in multiple cases. But when asked, this is what the newly minted BJP leader said. The Aam Aadmi Party claims Kailash Gehlot episode is a reflection of the open door policy by the BJP.
ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की घिनौनी राजनीति और षड्यंत्र का हिस्सा है। 112 करोड़ रुपए के भ्रष्टाचार का आरोप इसी भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने लगाया कैलाश गहलोत जी के ऊपर, और अब उनके पास बीजेपी में जाने के सिवाय कोई रास्ता बचा नहीं था। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो स्क्रिप्ट उनसे बुलवाना चाह रही है, जो उनसे कहलवाना चाह रही है, वो उनको कहलवा रही है, उनसे बुलवा रही है।
The BJP claims Gehlot's entry will be a turning point in Delhi ahead of elections next year.
कैलाश गहलोत जैसा एक वरिष्ठ मंत्री जो वहाँ से निकल कर आके छोड़ता है, तो आप समझ लीजिए कि आम आदमी पार्टी में जो उसके भीतर कितना द्वंद्व चल रहा है, क्योंकि कोई भी ईमानदार आदमी जो दिल्ली को अच्छी दिल्ली बनाना चाहता है, दिल्ली को बेहतर दिल्ली बनाना चाहता है, वो अब उस लुटेरे को गैंग में काम नहीं करेगा।
Is there a mutiny brewing in the Aam Aadmi Party?
Gupta, national spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. What Kailash Gehlot says in his letter should be focused on, Reena. And I'd like to focus on that and not what you have a prepared statement. But he says, take for example the Yamuna. We had promised to transform it into a clean river, but never got around to doing it. Today it's more polluted than ever before. And then it's so embarrassing, he says, that the multi 100 crore mansion of Kejriwal called Sheesh Mahal, which is making everyone doubt whether we still believe in being the Aam Aadmi. The house looks like Taj Mahal. Reena, you know, you've got to look at these things. You can't be over-defensive, you know. And he's a really important person in your party. Ye angur khatte hai, grapes are sour approach will not help you. Reena, why are these people leaving your party?
गुड इवनिंग अर्नब। सी देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने पिछले कई सालों से एक वेंडेटा चलाया हुआ है आम आदमी पार्टी के खिलाफ। ईडी के नोटिसेस, सीबीआई के नोटिसेस सारे लीडर्स पे आए। आपको याद होगा एक समय था हमारी सारी टॉप लीडरशिप जेल के अंदर थी। अब हर कोई तो अरविंद केजरीवाल, मनीष सिसोदिया, संजय सिंह की तरह नहीं हो सकता कि कितना भी आप टाइम हमें जेल में रखिए, प्रताड़ित करिए, कुछ भी करिए, हम नहीं टूटेंगे। कैलाश गहलोत जी के ऊपर भी उतना ही प्रेशर था। हमारी सांत्वना है उनके साथ कि वो प्रेशर को सहन नहीं कर पाए और वो टूट गए और भारतीय जनता पार्टी में चले गए। अब वो जो भी बोलेंगे वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की एक लिखी हुई स्क्रिप्ट है।
But he's an insider, no? इन सब उनको पता होगा ना अंदर क्या हो रहा है।
Sorry?
He's an insider. He will know all the things that are happening inside. You know, whatever is happening in the inner circles, he will know. Na? He's worked so closely. You can't.
What is happening in the inner circles?
Yes, yes.
Arnab, what is happening is how do we make Delhi better? How do we build more schools? How do we build more hospitals? How do we get more buses on the street? That is what is happening. Now, Bharatiya Janata Party does not know how to match this काम की राजनीति of Arvind Kejriwal. तो वो क्या करेंगे? लोगों को जोड़ने की, तोड़ने की कोशिश करेंगे। उनके पास एक चेहरा नहीं है दिल्ली में, कोई संगठन नहीं है, कोई
Okay, what about, can I ask you one thing? Can I just give a few names? Tonight I will just give a few names, ladies and gentlemen, before Siddharth Yadav comes in. And Reena will only say, I remember or I don't remember. Reena, only two choices for you today. I remember or I don't remember. Okay. Do you remember Anjali Damania?
Yes, I remember Anjali Damania.
Quit. Do you remember Mayank Gandhi?
Yes.
Quit. Do you remember Yogendra Yadav? Do you remember Prashant
बहुत सारे
Bhushan?
लोग आते हैं, बहुत सारे लोग जाते हैं।
Do you remember Kapil Mishra?
You remember that dialogue of?
Do you remember Kumar Vishwas?
I don't remember which movie it was.
Do you remember Shazia Ilmi? Do you remember Anna Hazare? Do you remember Anna Hazare कि उनको भी भूल गए?
Arnab, do you remember?
Do you remember Kiran Bedi?
Arnab.
Do you remember N. Santosh Hegde?
Ashok Chavan.
Do you remember Kumar Vishwas?
Do you remember Suvendu Adhikari? Do you remember all these people? इन सब के खिलाफ भारतीय जनता पार्टी आपके प्रोग्राम पे आके कहती थी भ्रष्टाचारी भ्रष्टाचारी। अब वो सारे के सारे रिसाइकल होके बीजेपी में चले गए हैं। 2024 इलेक्शंस, अर्नब, 25% of the BJP candidates were candidates against whom they said they're all corrupt, recycled from other parties and joining भारतीय जनता पार्टी। तो जब भाजपा के पास अपना कोई एजेंडा नहीं है, अपने चेहरे नहीं है, तो वो ऐसे ही करेंगे, दूसरी पार्टी के लोगों को तोड़ने की कोशिश करेंगे। उसी श्रृंखला में उन्होंने कैलाश गहलोत जी को तोड़ लिया, कामयाब हो गए। तो अब इसके बारे में और इससे ज्यादा क्या बोलेंगे?
I will now bring in. I'll bring in Siddharth Yadav at this point. But Siddharth, why are you so desperate? You have got this same man under investigation from income tax, under investigation from ED. You know what happened last time in Maharashtra? All these corrupt people, you got them, then you closed their cases. Then you got them, and people said that has BJP become a washing machine? What do you gain? I feel you lose more. If you can win the election without getting Kailash Gehlot. But when you get Kailash Gehlot, people in Delhi will say, oh, okay, but isn't he the same person against whom you were accused, making accusations of Liquorgate? You were interrogating him for Liquorgate. शराब घोटाला, कल तक आपने इनके खिलाफ शराब घोटाला में क्या 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 नहीं कहा, और आज उनको उनका मालार्पण करके बीजेपी के मेन हेडक्वार्टर्स में मनोहर लाल खट्टर जी, जय पांडा जी, दुष्यंत गौतम, हर्ष मल्होत्रा सब जाके उनके बारे में वाहवाही कर रहे हैं। यू गॉट टू डिसाइड वेयर यू स्टैंड, सिद्धार्थ, वेयर डू यू स्टैंड?
In fact, Arnab,
why do you need him?
Arnab, there's such good people like Siddharth. They should be given a chance. Why are they getting people from other parties?
You are saying Siddharth will not be given a chance?
सिद्धार्थ जैसे लोगों को टिकट दीजिए, you know, he's a young leader, he's a popular leader. अब दूसरी पार्टी से क्यों आप जोड़ तोड़ के ला रहे हैं? आपके अपने लोग बैठे रह जाते हैं, उनको आप
मुझे जवाब देने दीजिए,
टेबल लगवाते हैं, और टिकट देने का टाइम है तो आप दूसरी
Arnab, should I respond?
I think you should. Yeah, I think you should.
Yes. Thank you and Arnab, and thank you to ma'am. मेरे को कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स वो देना चाह रही हैं, पर उनका जो दर्द है कि उनकी पार्टी को छोड़ करके उनके नंबर 2 लीडर चले गए हैं। एंड व्हेन आई से नंबर 2 आई स्पीक ऑफ द पीपल जो जेल नहीं गए, अर्नब, क्योंकि अभी आम आदमी पार्टी में बहुत लोग जेल जाकर के आए तो नंबरिंग थोड़ी सी बदल गई थी, पर जिन लोगों ने जेल का रास्ता नहीं देखा था उसमें नंबर 2 डेफिनेटली डिस्प्यूट कोई नहीं कर पाएगा। नहीं तो नंबर 3 कह लीजिए, अब वेरी सीनियर लीडर कैलाश गहलोत उनकी पार्टी को छोड़ करके गए हैं। जो इश्यूज उन्होंने साइट किए, उन इश्यूज पर अगर एक भी बात रीना गुप्ता जी कह पाए कि ठीक है ये वाला इशू उन्होंने गलत साइट किया, क्या यमुना पर वो बात कर सकती हैं? कब वो कहा था अरविंद केजरीवाल ने कि हम यमुना को साफ कर देंगे, कब मैं जाकर के डुबकी लगाऊंगा? हर बार टाइमलाइन बढ़ाते गए, कमाल कर दिया। अगर आज उसको छोड़ करके उनका एक लीडर आया है तो सोचना चाहिए। दिस इज पॉइंट नंबर 1। पॉइंट नंबर 2, अर्नब, एक आई एम ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड, एक सुपर पावर थी आम आदमी पार्टी के पास, पर मैं आज उसको ढूंढ रहा हूं। वो सुपर पावर ये थी कि सीनियर लीडर्स ऑफ द आम आदमी पार्टी वुड कम आउट एंड से दैट सो एंड सो एमएलएज of Aam Aadmi Party are being contacted by the Bharatiya Janata Party to join BJP. So many people have been offered money. So many people have been approached. But नाम और फैक्ट कभी किसी का दिया नहीं, कभी नहीं बोला कि ये वाला आदमी था, इसको इसने अप्रोच किया, सीसीटीवी के कोई फुटेज दिखा देते हैं, कोई प्रूफ दे देते हैं, कोई कॉल रिकॉर्ड देते हैं। बट जो सुपर पावर थी कि सब जानने की कि ऐसा हो रहा है वैसा हो रहा है, वो सुपर पावर कैलाश गहलोत में कहां से चली गई? दैट इज ऑल वैनिश्ड। अगर कैलाश गहलोत इज आज सांत्वना आप उनको देना चाहते हैं, यू शुड हैव टोल्ड अस कि हाँ तो जाने वाले हैं, ये तो अप्रोच है। वो सुपर पावर गायब है। नंबर 3, अर्नब, कैलाश गहलोत कल तक सबसे ईमानदार आदमी थे। ही वॉज द मोस्ट ऑनेस्ट पर्सन इन आम आदमी पार्टी। ही हैज जॉइंड बीजेपी टुडे ईडी की इंक्वायरी उन पर है। टुडे आम आदमी पार्टी के हिसाब से
कल बंद तो नहीं हो जाएगी,
हो चुका है,
कल बंद तो नहीं हो जाएगी।
अब दैट ब्रिंग्स मी टू पॉइंट नंबर 4, अर्नब। इसी की इंक्वायरी आफ्टर ज्वाइनिंग भारतीय जनता पार्टी, एंड आई स्टेटेड कैटेगोरिकली इन योर शो एंड आई कैन गिव यू फैक्ट्स, हमारी पार्टी को ज्वाइन होने के बाद बंद नहीं हुई है।
जैसे प्रफुल्ल पटेल की बंद हो गई, मतलब आपके अलाई है।
नहीं, मैं आपको उसका भी फैक्ट देता हूं। प्रफुल्ल पटेल के ऊपर 4 केसेस चल रहे थे, सीबीआई का एक केस कोर्ट ने बंद किया, एक केस पर सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने स्टे लगा रखी थी। ईडी का केस प्रफुल्ल पटेल पर आज तक बंद नहीं हुआ। किसी पर सीबीआई के केस में, किसी में अजीत पवार थे, जिस केस में अजीत पवार विटनेस थे, उनको विटनेस ना होने से एक्विट किया गया, उसका नैरेटिव बनाया गया कि उनको
50-50
किसी को एक्विटल नहीं हुआ। रीना जी, आई वाज नॉट स्पीकिंग।
प्रधानमंत्री जी बोलते थे बहुत।
रीना जी, ऐसे कैसे होगा?
कब बुलाएगा लास्ट टाइम?
रीना जी, I also want to compliment you that you are a very senior good leader. You should be given opportunity. आतिशी को क्यों बना दिया सीएम? मैं आपको भी कॉम्प्लीमेंट देना चाहता हूं, but give me that opportunity so that I can compliment you.
Yeah, you are also a senior leader. You've also been loyal to the party. And he's saying that Atishi, who's junior to you, has become chief minister. You've got nothing. That's what he's saying to you. He's returning the compliment, Reena.
All of us will get our recognition in due course of time, Arnab.
No.
But you know what I'm saying is कि आप मुझे ये बताइए कि अशोक चौहान, जिन्होंने जो हमारी कारगिल की विधवा के जो हमारे जो विडोज थी, उनके फ्लैट्स चोरी करे, आप लोग बोलते थे कि उन्होंने ऐसा किया। वो अशोक चौहान को आपने अपनी पार्टी में ज्वाइन किया।
Siddharth, do you draw Lakshman Rekha somewhere? Or is it a free-for-all when it comes to AAP?
आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
No. Siddharth, see, on corruption cases, don't you want to draw Lakshman Rekha?
No, Arnab, absolutely.
Doesn't this washing machine charge hurt you?
Anybody who's joined, anybody, and I'll give the answer to the washing machine also. Anybody who joins BJP or becomes an ally of BJP, no inquiry stops. The investigation takes its own course. In most of the cases, even the charge sheet is filed. The court has to decide. But ये कौन सी साबुन की बट्टी है अर्नब? जब तक वहां थे तब तक ईमानदार थे।
साबुन की बट्टी यहाँ
पर आए वैसे खराब।
What do you say? साबुन की क्या?
साबुन की बट्टी।
Oh, okay.
एक साबुन।
A bar of soap.
A bar of soap, Arnab. What is this bar of soap that when leaders are in their parties, they are all imandar. They are the best people on earth. But as they join BJP, वैसे करप्शन याद आता है। आपके वहाँ पे कैसे था? सब कुछ साफ। या कल तक आप भ्रष्टाचारियों को छुपा रहे थे क्या? या फिर आप what are you? Are you a big? Are you a big bucket of इज्जत? कि आप में से जिसको निकाल के लाते हैं वो गंदा निकलता है? What is this, Arnab?
बताइए कि क्या हुआ? When were they called for questioning the last time?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is an even fight. This is an even fight between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Let me say today, we've enjoyed this battle between the two spokespersons of the respective parties. On this one, I have my doubts. I don't know if the BJP is doing the right thing because, you know, some leaders come with liabilities and you need to take care of that as well. Well, Reena and Siddharth, first time we had both of you in a combination of a debate. We look forward to seeing you more. And viewers on the other side tonight, the Congress has taken a very deliberate turn towards its Muslim-first politics, and you have sitting chief ministers like Revanth Reddy now say that we are seriously going to implement Muslim reservations. The Muslim-first and Muslim-only approach of the Congress party, in my view, is going to hurt it badly. That's the way I look at it. What do you think? Then join me in a few minutes.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Director, the taste of success.
एक है तो सेफ है, ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी की महाराष्ट्र सरकार की स्ट्रेटजी है, हम आपको ये दिखाना चाह रहे हैं। ये देखिए, एक है तो सेफ है।
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
शर्म कर लो और तेरी T20 की जगह नहीं बढ़नी, तू वापस लौट जा, वापस लौट जा, तेरी जगह नहीं बढ़नी। शर्म कर लो और तेरी T20 की जगह नहीं बढ़नी, तू वापस लौट जा, वापस लौट जा, तेरी जगह नहीं बढ़नी।
Maha flashpoint over Muslim reservation. After Telangana, Congress Muslim quota in Maharashtra. BJP versus Congress showdown over Maha-Muslim quota. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
The premise in our constitution is that of equality among all, which means all of us are equal, but according to the Congress party, Muslims are more equal than others. The Congress party has become a Muslim first and a Muslim interest first party. And it's unambiguous about it. It is making no attempt to try and hide the fact that it's a primarily Muslim first party. In fact, viewers, just 2 days before the elections in Jharkhand and in Maharashtra, today, one of their chief ministers, Revanth Reddy, led the charge by saying that we are promising Muslim reservations. He said that in Solapur. While on the campaign trail, he said that when we come to power, we will discuss and bring in the whole issue of Muslim reservation. And I have already given 4% reservation in Telangana, and we will now give Muslim reservations. We will discuss Muslim reservations. Just 6 days before the elections, ladies and gentlemen, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board declared its support to the Congress-led alliance, the MVA. The MVA got the support of significant chunk of leaders of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board on 269 seats amidst the BJP's vote jihad charge. 6 days before the elections in Jharkhand, the Congress party also said that when we come to power in Jharkhand, we will extend government subsidies to infiltrators, primarily, of course, meaning obviously in this case, Bangladeshi Muslim infiltrators into Jharkhand. And ladies and gentlemen, earlier the Samajwadi Party had demanded 100% minority reservations in the Congress Party's manifesto. Viewers, the Muslim vote bank is the Congress Party's lifeline. And when the other vote banks are unclear, they sort of hone in on the fundamental vote bank, which is the Muslim vote bank. And this has been going on for a long time. The Congress Party has been riding off Manmohan Singh's remarks that Muslims and Muslims alone must have the first right on the resources of the country, right? And ladies and gentlemen, the Congress Party earlier has also batted for Muslim Rohingyas. And viewers, as you very well know, the Congress Party has gifted properties to the Waqf, allocated staggering amounts to the Waqf, and now is pushing this very hard line that there must be Muslim reservations. So it is basically Congress Party has centered its entire political approach, its political philosophy on the Muslim vote bank. What are the repercussions of this? Is this a natural consequence of the BJP saying, batenge to katenge, ek rahenge to safe rahenge? The BJP is trying to consolidate the Hindu vote bank. And the Congress Party has now got reduced to sharply going after the Muslim vote bank. This is where politics is placed. Ladies and gentlemen, this, whether we like it or not, is the present breakup of national politics on communal lines. Let's debate.
एक है तो सेफ है, एक है तो
From playing the same old appeasement card to openly mocking Hindu unity.
सरकार बनने के बाद विधानसभा में हम चर्चा करेंगे। क्या तेलंगाना में तो 4% लागू है, आपको पता है? परसों मैं टीचर रिक्रूटमेंट करवाया था, 11,000 टीचर रिक्रूटमेंट हुए, तो उसमें मुस्लिम माइनॉरिटी 720 टीचर दे हैव गॉट इलेक्टेड इन दिस रिजर्वेशन।
मुश्किल खुलता है। ये देखिए, एक है तो सेफ है। ये आप देखिए, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी और अदानी जी एक साथ खड़े हैं, एक है तो सेफ है।
Ahead of the mega poll blitz in Maharashtra, various leaders of the Congress-led Mahavikas Aghadi have resorted to appeasement politics.
जैसे सरकार बनेगी 1 दिसंबर से गैस सिलेंडर का कीमत सिर्फ 450 रुपए। ये आम जनता, ना उसमें हिंदू देखा जाएगा, ना मुसलमान देखा जाएगा, ना घुसपैठिए देखा जाएगा, तो ना कोई और चीज देखा जाएगा।
The BJP, on the other hand, has taken on the Congress for mocking Hindu unity and the party's Muslim appeasement politics.
क्या है तिजोरी के अंदर? ये मोटा माल जो गांधी परिवार ने लूटा है, वो है तिजोरी के अंदर। और तिजोरी के बाहर ये एक्यूज नंबर 1 और एक्यूज नंबर 2 दोनों बेल पे बाहर हैं। और दूसरा पोस्टर है छोटा पोपट, कर दी अपनी पार्टी चौपट।
The caustic communal campaign by the Congress and its allies makes one wonder whether MVA now stands for minority vote appeasement and Muslim vote appeasement.
Few days ago, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board announced its support for the MVA-led Congress alliance. In another closely timed announcement, the All India Ulema Board as well announced its backing for the Congress party. However, the support extended was conditional in nature. What were some of these conditions? Financial aid to the Waqf Board, 10% reservation for Muslims, preference in police recruitment. These were some of the openly communal conditions which were put forth by the All India Ulema Board. The political to and fro continues to intensify, but following the Telangana template, Congress seems to be doubling down on Muslim appeasement politics in Maharashtra as well. Question is whether the principal opposition party finds this Muslim politics in consonance with the constitution it seeks to uphold.
Ladies and gentlemen, personally, I am very clear. I am against the Muslim quota. This is against the secularism of this country. To try and bring in the Muslim quota through the back door is against secularism, against the principle of equality. And the Congress party has done Muslim first politics. It has got the support of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, a lot of its members. It has got the support of the ulema. And in return, it is reciprocating by saying we will do Muslim quota. Will this cost the Congress party the entire Hindu vote or non-Muslim vote? Because what will Hindus say? Hindus will say this is a Muslim party. I'd like everyone to give their opening remarks. Madhuvanti ji, can you start, and then I'll get Sanju and Amitabh Sinha and everyone. Madhuvanti ji, what will happen to the Hindu voter?
Arnab, Congress.
Good evening, Arnab ji, and to my fellow panelists. Absolutely, I think sometime back when we had another debate also about the All India Personal Muslim Law Board supporting
Nathuram Godse party
Congress.
is BJP and Congress is Mahatma Gandhi party.
Can I speak, sir? I think my name is Madhuvanti on this debate.
Madhuvanti can speak, please. Thank you.
Thank you. So, basically, the whole idea is very clear. The Congress has become a Muslim party. Let them openly admit it and go ahead with elections and not stand behind a fake garb of holding the Constitution of India in their hands, calling themselves secular, and then constantly only wanting to garner the Muslim vote. Definitely the Hindus of this country are going to react to this and are going to show the Congress its way out in Maharashtra. There is no two ways about it, and I strongly stand by my statement, because in a party that is going to say that I will appease only the minority in this country, and that too only a particular minority, as though there are only Muslims who are minorities in this country. Aren't there other minorities in this country? And what about the 84% of Hindus who are a majority in this country, who have voted this party to power for 60 whole years? What are you trying to tell them? What is the explanation you're going to give them by constantly trying this appeasement? This is communalism. This is not secularism.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a statistic,
into Nathuram Godse party. Nathuram Godse party is BJP.
BJP is Nathuram Godse party for you. BJP is Nathuram Godse party for you.
Tonight we are discussing the Muslim quota. Lines will be opened at 9:25 p.m. Today we are discussing the Muslim quota and a statistic for everyone to understand here. You see, viewers, the population of Maharashtra, roughly at 11 or 12 crores, I think. And I think 80% of the population of Maharashtra is a Hindu population. 80%, 80%.
Any promise to uplift the downtrodden is justified. At least Congress, unlike BJP, Congress is not making any promise to demolish any temple or to demolish any mosque.
But Congress party is saying we'll do Muslim quota.
Promises of demolishing mosques and constructing.
It may work for you. Tausif, as a Muslim, you have every right to say, one minute. As a Muslim, you are happy. No. As a Muslim, you are happy. As a Muslim, you are happy that Congress party is giving a Muslim quota. But what about Hindus? Sanju Verma is on the debate, ladies and gentlemen, opening the debate right now with Sanju Verma on the left, and also getting in Tala and Sham on the right. Thank you, Sanju.
What will Sanju say?
She'll say what she wants to say.
Going on blabbering. Tausif, you will get your turn. Please hold your horses.
They are the killer.
Tausif, you will get your turn. Stop blabbering. Stop blabbering. You will get your turn.
What will you
Don't
say?
get so excited.
What will you say?
Thank you.
Sanju, what will you say?
Can I come in?
Sanju, what are you going to say?
Fine.
Are you
Keep
not
blabbering.
a supporter of Nathuram Godse?
Keep blabbering. Keep blabbering.
Are you not the
Keep
supporter
blabbering.
of
Once you're
Nathuram
done, I will
Godse?
start.
Do you not receive your lessons?
Once you stop
from
making a fool of
Nathuram
yourself,
Godse
I will come in.
International School? Please tell
Chill
me.
out. Keep blabbering. Keep blabbering. जनता देख रही है.
Have you not received your lessons from Nathuram Godse School?
Fine.
Please tell
I don't need certificates from you.
Do not go to Nathuram Godse School. Please
don't force me to call you a jihadi. You won't like it.
We believe in Mahatma
Don't force
Gandhi
me to call you a jihadi. You won't like it, भाई साहब. आपको यदि जिहादी बोल दूंगी ना, तो आपके पेट में उबाल आएगा, शांत हो जाओ.
One is
गोटसेवादी
Mahatma
का
Gandhi
बोलने में
side
तो दिक्कत
and the
होगी
other is
गोटसेवादी
Nathuram
ओके,
Gandhi
भाषण
side.
दीजिए, भाषण दीजिए, जब आपका भाषण खत्म हो जाएगा।
गोटसेवादी sitting on this
BJP
panel
represents
Tala and Sanju are on the debate. Tala and Sanju.
BJP represents intolerance of Nathuram Godse.
who's this गोटसेवादी sitting here
Arnab, either you have a sensible debate or don't call me with these Maulanas, Mullahs, Imams who don't even have basic decency.
एक sensible
इनको
debate
यदि
हो
अभी
रही है
जिहादी बोल
The
के
debate
बड़े
should
बड़े
go
लोग
back.
बैठे हुए हैं पढ़े
The debate should go back. Can I be on air, please? Otherwise, I can't anchor the debate, Sharad. I'll tell you one thing, Tala and Sanju. Let us go back. अच्छा ठीक है, आप गोडसेवादी बोलेंगे, आप जिहादी बोलेंगे. I'll go back to the basic point. You see, we are one minute. I just want 10 seconds, Sanju. The issue today is that just before the elections, the Congress party obviously wants the Muslim vote and is going all out by now even promising Muslim quota. Nothing wrong. I am saying tonight, if a Hindu is watching the program, he will say this is a Muslim party. There's no difference between Rahul Gandhi and Owaisi. Rahul Gandhi is more radical than Owaisi, that's all. So Sanju is...
I want to come.
After Sanju, you come. Tala, one after the other. Let Sanju speak, then you come. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Sanju.
You know, Arnab, first and foremost, I also want to first speak in favor of the Muslim community. चलो मान लेते हैं बीजेपी does not favor Muslims. कांग्रेस तो कहती है मुसलमानों को फेवर करते हैं. Today in Lok Sabha, in the 18th Lok Sabha, we just have 24 Muslim MPs. Lok Sabha 2019 में there were 26 Muslim MPs. In Lok Sabha 2019, tickets were given to 119 Muslim candidates. This time tickets were given in Lok Sabha 2024 to only 78 Muslim candidates. चलो बीजेपी मुसलमानों के साथ नहीं है, कांग्रेस तो है, समाजवादी पार्टी तो है, टीएमसी तो है, तो आप लोगों ने सिर्फ 78 मुस्लिम कैंडिडेट्स को टिकट्स क्यों दी? रेवंत रेड्डी मुसलमानों के बारे में दुहाई देते हुए कहते हैं मैं इनका करता धरता हूं, तो मुसलमानों को भी बड़े ध्यान से सुनना चाहिए, इंक्लूडिंग तला रशीदी. आज तेलंगाना में कांग्रेस हैज 64 एमएलएज आउट ऑफ 119. 119 में से 64 एमएलए कांग्रेस पार्टी के हैं तेलंगाना में, उनमें से एक भी मुसलमान नहीं है. टुडे देयर आर 17 कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स. 17 लोग हैं रेवंत रेड्डी के कैबिनेट में, 17 लोगों में से एक भी मुसलमान नहीं है. तो पहली बात तो कांग्रेस को समझना होगा दैट मुस्लिम्स को कांग्रेस इज टेकिंग फॉर अ रॉयल राइड. ये सिर्फ मुसलमानों को बरगलाते हैं, वो भी चुनाव के वक्त. Now let me give you some important statistics. Basically what Uddhav Thackeray said. This is very quickly in 20 seconds. Today in Maharashtra, 13% reservation is for Dalits, scheduled castes, 7% for Adivasis as in scheduled tribes, 19%, 19% for OBCs, 2% for special backward classes, 3% for Vimukta Janjati, 2.5% for nomadic tribe B, 3.5% for nomadic tribe C, and 2% for nomadic tribe D, bringing the grand total to 52%. Uddhav Thackeray was asked by a local daily कि महाराष्ट्र में already 52% upper limit has been reached. Without breaching the Supreme Court verdict, you cannot give 10% reservation to Muslims. आप तो 4-5% भी नहीं दे पाएंगे, आप 10% की बात कर रहे हैं, आप मुसलमानों को झूठ क्यों बोलते हैं? उद्धव ठाकरे सर, वो चुनाव के बाद देखा जाएगा. फिलहाल हम लोग 10% देंगे, चुनाव के बाद देखेंगे कि 4 देना है या 10 देना. बेसिकली आप लोगों को मुसलमानों को रिजर्वेशन देना ही नहीं है. बीजेपी की आड़ में मुसलमानों को गुमराह करने वाली 2 सबसे बड़ी पार्टियां करंटली महाराष्ट्र में हैं. एक है राहुल गांधी की कांग्रेस और दूसरी है उद्धव ठाकरे की उद्धव सेना. दिस इज माय लिमिटेड पॉइंट. तो बिफोर ट्रेनिंग योर गन्स एट द बीजेपी, तला रशीदी, आप पहले कांग्रेस से सवाल पूछिए, तेलंगाना में एक भी मुसलमान कैबिनेट में क्यों नहीं है रेवंत रेड्डी के? इसका जवाब लीजिए कांग्रेस पार्टी के प्रवक्ता मिस्टर मीका से. बाद में संजू वर्मा.
One minute. Now, viewers, you see, Muslim appeasement is one thing. Okay, now I'm going to Tala. Tala, you see what happens is Muslim appeasement, Congress party is well known. But this is not Muslim appeasement only. This is pure Muslim-centric politics. This is not appeasement. This is saying I'm a Muslim party. I will give quota to Muslims. I will talk only about Muslims. I will bat for Rohingyas. I will say that Bangladeshi Muslim infiltrators must get gas cylinder on subsidy.
Why
Right?
do you have to compare Indian Muslims with Rohingyas with intruders? Arnab, what is this? Why are you comparing the Indian Muslims with Rohingyas with Bangladeshis
I have not
and all
compared at
those
all.
people
I have
who
said
are
that
What is this, Arnab?
the
Why are you setting
infiltrators into Jharkhand
why
are
you
primarily
setting a
Bangladeshi
perception?
Muslims.
Do you
Am I
believe
wrong?
in this? Do you have any
Are
data?
the
Do you have-
infiltrators
what is the
into
Home Ministry
Jharkhand
doing? Why
primarily?
Don't you ask a question to
No, no.
Amit Shah? Why don't you question the
Why are
Home
you getting
Ministry?
angry with me?
Mr. Amit
You
Shah has
get
to take
angry
care
with
of the
parties.
Bangladeshis of the
Are
I'm
you
not getting angry with you. I am getting angry because you are comparing the Indian Muslims with outsiders, with infiltrators, with Rohingyas and with Bangladeshis, and that makes me very, very angry. Arnab.
Really?
That
And
makes
then
me
you should be very angry with the
This is
Congress
my
party
birthplace,
then
my
because they filled my
forefathers
state.
fought
They filled
as a freedom fighter.
they
My
filled
dada
my
was a
state
freedom
with
fighter. I don't
Bangladeshi
know about
Muslim
your dada.
infiltrators.
I don't know
Are you
about your
angry
dada.
with them?
Because
What
you
happened to
say
my
from
state?
your
Are you angry with what happened to my state?
But I know about
My
my
state
dada.
of
He was a
Assam
freedom
taken
fighter.
over
He
by
fought for
Bangladeshi
How could you
Muslim
compare me with
infiltrators.
someone
Do you feel
who is
angry
an
about that?
infiltrator?
That where there used to be Namghars, they have now been taken over. There are only madrasas, there are no Namghars. There is no Hindu Vaishnavite tradition. The center of the Hindu Vaishnavite tradition in the country, when district after districts become Muslim majority, you become angry or you become happy. You're only looking at it from the point of view of Muslims.
Yes, I become happy.
You're happy.
I become happy.
He's happy when districts
Why?
become
Are
Muslim
you getting angry?
majority.
You should do something.
I'm angry
Go and
because
ask-
they are
go and ask
not
Mr. Amit Shah,
because they are all
what's happening
Bangladeshi
out
Muslims.
there?
Why are you happy when Bangladeshi Muslims take
Yes,
over the country? Why
I'm-
are you happy?
I'm also happy that I am also very.
What do
happy
you have
that
in common?
you
Let me
are
ask you with
declaring
Bangladeshis.
yourself as-
What do you have in common with Bangladeshis? What
I
does
don't have
Tala
anything
Amir
in common,
Rashidi
but
have
I'm
in
pretty
common
much
with
sure that
Bangladeshi?
You have something in common because
I have nothing.
your
What do you have in common with
you have
Bangladeshis?
No debate. You don't complete any debate without bringing in the Rohingyas.
I am
without
asking
bringing
you,
in the
what do you have in
Bangladeshis,
common with
without
Rohingyas?
bringing in the infiltrators.
What do you have in common with
I am an
Rohingyas?
Indian Muslim.
What does Tala Amir Rashidi have in common with Rohingyas?
Muslims as a Indian citizens. I have nothing in common. But you
Say
want
I have
to
nothing
bring
in common with
something
Rohingyas.
common in between Indians and the Indian Bangladeshis. Arnab, please take this out of your mind.
I will not take it out of my mind
Take
because
this out of your
Bangladeshis
mind. We Indian Muslims are
Bangladeshis
Indians,
have come in
purely
waves
Indians,
and
more
taken
Indians
over
than
my
you.
state illegally.
We are more Indians than you.
Bangladeshis are more Indian than me. Wow, wow. Bangladeshis are more Indian than me.
We are more
This is
Indian
यही
than
सुनना
you.
था बाकी.
Arnab, you have this
Arnab, what do you have
Bangladeshi
in
phobia.
common
You are
with
obsessed with Bangladeshis
Amit
and
Malviya?
Rohingyas. You need to understand that and you need to clear that
Arnab,
concept.
what do you have in
Now, let
common
me
with
respond to
Amit
the
Malviya,
spokesperson if you allow
BJP
me
media
to.
cell chief?
I don't think you're feeling well today.
Arnab, what do you have common?
You are not
What
looking
do you
well.
have-
You're not talking
what do
well.
you have-
You're not
what do you have
feeling
in
well.
common
You're not
with
feeling well.
Nathuram Godse?
You're not feeling well today.
No,
You're not
what
okay.
do you have in common with Nathuram Godse?
You need
And
treatment.
what do you have in common with Amit Malviya, who is
You are
BJP's media cell
supporting
chief?
Sandesh Khali
You know, there's a lot of
on national TV
there's a lot common
You are
between
supporting
you.
Arjit or medical college.
You also spread propaganda and you are also spreading propaganda. Instead of telling, reading news,
I was too
instead of telling news, you are only spreading propaganda.
But why are you supporting a Muslim
Tausi,
quota?
if there is anyone who's a bigot, it is you. Bigot का spelling भी मालूम है Tausi, B-I-G-O-T.
with the BJP spokesperson and you're not allowed.
I am opposing the ideology of Nathuram Godse.
Do you support a Muslim
the
quota?
ideology of Nathuram
Do you support
Godse,
a Muslim quota?
which is now
support a
being
Muslim
taken
quota?
over by the BJP. BJP who is implementing the ideology of Nathuram Godse, and media channels like you are helping them.
I'm against a Muslim quota. I'm saying what will happen to what will happen to the future of my country?
No, you are helping execute Nathuram Godse ideology. The ideology of hatred, and that is what is not expected from you. You being a senior journalist, we have expectations from you. Your viewers have expectations from you.
I don't lecture you.
As a senior journalist, you are a responsible senior journalist. If you want in your fag end of life to be awarded Padma Bhushan, please do not indulge into spreading hatred. I am giving an unsolicited advice. Please do not help someone like Sanju Sharma to come.
I'll tell you now, Tausif.
She must clarify what is her
Tausif, you may be at the fag end of your life. I am not. I am in the prime of my youth. Now listen to me. Listen to me. Yeah, relax. Now listen to me. Listen to me now. Tausif, today you are not well. Jo bhi hai, whatever you have had, I will not ask you what you had before you came on my show. I will not ask you. Amitabh, we will not ask him what he imbibed before he came to my show. He has imbibed something.
Please do not.
I will not ask him. I will not ask you what you had, what you ate, what you drank. I will not ask you.
Please do not support.
I will neither ask you what you ate. I will not ask you what you drank.
Maharashtra election.
We must not ask him what he drank before the show.
There should be no hatred. There should be
okay, Amitabh Sinha, the debate is on Muslim appeasement.
Why is Amit Shah doing a communal campaign?
Amit Shah.
Talk about the achievements and failures of the government. You are in government.
Thank you, Arnab. What happened to the grid?
Thank you, Arnab, giving me chance. Thank you, Shinde faction. Talk about the
grid, please.
Talk about the promise you want to make. The governance. Talk about the promise your government is going to make. Instead of turning this into a Hindu-Muslim bipolar propaganda.
आदिवासी हिंदू women raped by radical Islamists. उस पर कुछ कहिएगा? More than 3.5 lakh sexual assault cases last year in Bengal.
Sanju,
more than 4 lakh sexual
what do you
assault
have in
cases
common
in 2022.
with
More than
Nathuram
5.8
Godse? Please tell the
lakh sexual
viewers.
assault cases in
Please
Bengal
tell
in
the viewers.
2021.
Do you not attend the shakhas? Please tell the viewers.
Give lectures to
Where do you take your lessons from? Do you not take your lessons from Nathuram Godse's school? Please tell the viewers.
And mollycoddling घुसपैठियों घुसपैठियों के लिए आपके दिल में प्यार क्यों उमड़ रहा है भाई साहब?
On the debate right now, I'm getting Amitabh on one side. Let him put him on the main screen, please, and we'll bring in Saira Shah Halim and Shyam Prasad Mika. Viewers, very clearly, please understand the mindset of Congress Party. The mindset is like this: when you are not looking, they will do something like Muslim quota. In 2014, the Congress NCP government passed an ordinance allowing 5% reservations only and only for Muslims in jobs, in educational institutes across the state. And then they'll come on television, they'll say, no, we're not doing anything like that. They're lying, ladies and gentlemen. In 2009, the Congress-led government established a Mahmoodur Rahman committee which recommended 8% reservations to Muslim community in education, in jobs. Congress party only wants Muslims. They don't want the Hindu vote. It's a reality. None of these facts can be questioned by the laughing gentleman on the right. The joke is on him, Amitabh Sinha. Amitabh.
Thank you, Arnab. I was very carefully listening what is happening on your screen.
Yes.
So few people on that side, they are just, blabbering anything from Nathuram Godse to like communalism. See, this is basically a very, very subtle and very clear legal point. I will try to take you a little back. In 1992, Supreme Court 9-judge bench actually decided about the percentage of quota in any state reservation. So it was decided that beyond 50% it should not increase. In Telangana, what has happened? They have increased Muslim quota by 8 more percent, and they have increased it to 12%. So the entire the percentage becomes 62%. In itself, it is violative of Supreme Court, or judgment. So they have to, the Telangana government has to send this to the central government for the approval. Number one, this is the legal positioning. Number two, this appeasement is not new. Muslim appeasement by the Congress party. In 2013 also, the communal violence bill, which was introduced in the parliament, it is a blatant example of Muslim appeasement against majority Hindus. So anybody can go and Google it. What was the Communal Violence Act? It was basically to frame Hindus in general in any case of violence, whether the violence is being instigated and done by Muslims or any other party, but the Hindus were only to be blamed and punished. So their approach is very clear, not now. right from the 1947 saga, the Congress party's approach towards Muslim appeasement is not new. But the most problematic point that Hindus are not understanding. Earlier, it was completely, they were blind towards this appeasement policy of Congress. Now they have started realizing that this Congress party basically is only for Muslim appeasement. And Manmohan Singh also has announced clearly that all the right and of the Muslims are the first in this entire Indian situation. So
the Maharashtra election is a do-or-die battle for Congress. And the Congress wants the entire Muslim vote, but at what cost?
But see, if they are trying to polarize Muslims in their favor, obviously there will be repercussion and the reaction.
Of course there will be. Of course there will be. And Shyam, there are facts and there is a historical referencing that we have here. Viewers, this has been the attempt of the Congress party, and I can challenge anyone to debate with me. What Congress party wants to bring in India is Muslim reservations, which will change the character of this country. Imagine if every part of India you have Muslim reservations, where will Hindus go? What will happen to Hindus? Should Hindus not be in this country? Should Hindus leave this country for opportunities? Should Hindus not get a chance in educational institutions? Should Hindus not be allowed into
government jobs?
Arnab, can I please come in?
No. My question is this, please. Just a moment, please. You see, Salman Khurshid, I am talking about 2010. He was Minority Affairs Minister. He was asked what happens to the reservation to minorities. He said, we are actively looking at Muslim reservation issue. We have a commitment to Muslim reservations in our manifesto. I am pushing for it all the time. Congress party is determined and committed. There is no shred of doubt that Congress party will implement Muslim reservation. Now, these are historical referencing. Just putting a smile and all that doesn't change things. Can this be contradicted by the Congress leader on the screen? No. Can he say, no, Arnab, you are saying something that is untrue? No, he can't say like that. He can only try to dismiss the issue, which he will try to now. He has no counter argument to what I have just quoted. He has nothing to say, actually. He's just come on program and he will say, this is all rubbish, this is nothing. Then Tausif will say, are you Nathuram Godse's follower? Am I asking you whether you are Jinnah's follower? Are you Jinnah's follower? Huh? Whose follower are you?
You can contrast Nathuram Godse with Mahatma Gandhi.
No. Are you Jinnah's follower?
Nathuram Godse.
Now, if I say that, you'll say you're a Hindu right wing.
I'm the follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Nathu is a coward. No, you cannot equate Nathu with Jinnah. You can equate Nathu.
Now he'll praise Godse. Now he'll praise Jinnah also. Now he's praising Jinnah on television. He's praising Jinnah now. Yahi sunna baki tha.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mr. Advani praised Jinnah. Mr. Advani praised Jaswant Singh wrote a book on
You must say Nathuram Godse is a coward.
Now we go back on the reservation issue. And I ask tonight, and viewers, I'm besieged with calls all over India. People are calling tonight. And my question tonight to Shyam Prasad Mika of the Congress Party, I have quoted Salman Khurshid. Who else do you want me to quote? Ladies and gentlemen, who else does he want me to quote? This is all that the Congress Party wants to do, Muslim reservation. This is all Sonia Gandhi wants to do, all that Rahul Gandhi wants to do, Muslim reservation. You want to ruin the country, finish it up, then tell me. Am I right or wrong? You can tell me. You want to bring in Muslim reservations, right? Can you deny, no, I'm not wanting to?
No, wait a minute. So, I am patiently listening to all your narrative for the last half an hour.
Argument nahi hai. Counter argument nahi
hai. See, Arnab.
Am I laughing? Why are you laughing like that? Am I laughing?
I'm getting amused by the way the debate is constructed. See, basically, what do you want to say? Congress is
I'm saying I'm against Muslim quota is bad. That's what I'm saying.
Muslim loving. Muslims are some sort of anti-Hindu.
No, I didn't say that. That you have said. That you have added. This is the masala you are adding. I have not said that. I have not said Muslims are anti-Hindu. Don't add masala of your own.
Now, be patient to listen to me. That is the narrative you are setting. Okay, and people can see through that. It's okay. You can go ahead and do it. It's a laughable matter. So that's why I'm laughing. What else is there? Am I going to defend?
You tell me, reservation
narrative?
for Muslims was one of the demands placed by Jinnah, and he wrote to Nehru about that. This was Jinnah's demand. My question to you, Mecca, is that why is Rahul Gandhi becoming like Jinnah? Why is he putting the same demand like Jinnah? Why are you saying we want Muslim reservation? In 1994, you tried to issue 5% Muslim quota to Muslims in Andhra Pradesh and you failed. You proposed 5% quota to Muslims and other caste educational institutions. It could not be implemented. You lost the elections.
Now, okay, I'm telling you, Jinnah and RSS are of the same thinking. Okay, they think like you. Like you.
Argument nahi hai. Counter argument nahi
narrative. Tell me the similarities between Jinnah and RSS. RSS is the world's largest NGO. RSS runs more than 27,000 schools where free education is given to more than 4,000 girls.
I will tell you.
Nehru Gandhi family is the real culprit of
RSS and Jinnah didn't believe that people can coexist.
Wait.
Why?
Mr. Mika, why are you getting agitated? If you are so much pro-Muslim, tell me why is there no
I'm laughing at you. I'm not getting agitated.
cabinet in Telangana?
I'm not getting agitated. I'm laughing at you. I'm getting amused by the arguments and the narrative setting that is happening here.
Cabinet who is a Muslim today.
Don't worry.
Why? Why is there not a single Muslim MLA in Telangana who belongs to the Congress party? You have 64 MLAs in Telangana.
Towards you, Congress in Maharashtra and Jharkhand.
You don't have a single minister
No, you
in
tell me.
Telangana.
Can I open the lines? I am asking you. No, if you think today Hindus will not ask these questions, I want Hindus and Muslims to come together. Saira, you tell me one thing.
Who are we? Are you the representative of Hindus?
Am I?
Arnab, can I come in? I'm the only
Am I
one
representative
who
of
said a
Hindus?
single word all evening.
No, but I am a Hindu.
Please come in.
Then who are we?
Arnab, can I come in?
You are Congress
I've
party.
not said a single word. Can I come
Congress
in?
party doesn't represent Hindus.
No, you don't represent Hindus. You are anti-Hindu.
That's exactly what you are trying to say.
I'm saying directly. I'm a clear thinking man. Idhar udhar mat kar.
Very correct.
You are anti-Hindu, anti-Sanatan Dharm, pro-Muslim party. Saira Shah Halim.
Congress is some Pakistan-loving party.
Yeah, Pakistan-loving, you agree.
Okay, I'd like to say something. I've been very patiently. I've been one second. I've been waiting very patiently all evening for my turn to come.
True.
I think we all agree to the fact. Such a committee report made it very clear that there are severe inequalities as far as Indian Muslims are concerned, and the Indian Muslim situation in India is far below the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Secondly, Muslims have been availing the 4% quota reservation, education and employment under the OBC category in both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh before the states were united. However, if you look at this quote, it is being implemented not by cutting into the existing quota of the OBCs, but under the separate category of OBCs called BCE. And it has a whole history. If you look at 2004, when
at whose expense is this coming? One minute. At whose? Saira, I don't know where you're reading from. I don't know what is that book you're reading from?
Category.
I don't know what you're reading from, Saira, but you've got it all wrong.
What book? I made my notes, Arnab.
Okay.
I have it. No.
Then can I correct your notes?
Do you agree with the recommendation of the Sachar committee report or not? Do you agree that the inequalities...
May I respond on such a committee?
Saira ji.
I can tell you, one way. Why are you answering Mr. Mika? She's asking me. She's asking me, why are you talking when she's asking? I'm talking to Saira directly. Why are you coming in between? Mr. Meka, you are on defensive anyway. You are on defensive. You have lost your wicket. You should go back to the crease.
Not to play on your pitch.
No, you should go back to the pavilion.
No point in trying to argue with these people. Just
What is
Just
these
speak
people?
your mind
What
and that's about it.
So Hindus have become these people now.
So what does
so you are the only
committee report
Hindu.
say?
Here.
What is
That's
the
how he talks to
recommendation?
Hindu.
The
Then who are we?
recommendation says, set up equal opportunity commission to look into the grievances of the deprived groups like the minorities. Create a nomination
you tell me one thing. You tell me one thing. Saira, tell me one thing. Saira, listen. Saira, when you people finish all your reservations, when you have 95% reservation, just tell Madhuvanti and me, where should Hindus go? Because you people want to, recently in Jharkhand government passed a bill to take reservation to 77. Now Rahul Gandhi wants to take it to 97%. What happens to other people? What happens to Hindus?
Those are the Hindus, you mean?
Huh?
No, I said
the rest 3%
nobody
are
is
the
cutting
Hindus.
into the OBC category.
The
Nobody is cutting into the
Mr.
OBC
Meka,
category.
Mr. Meka,
Lies and propaganda.
First of all,
Meka, certain vested interest. It is a separate category called the BCE. Let's be very clear here.
Representative. Don't call yourself a Hindu. You are a Manuvadi Brahminical representative. Tell that frankly.
Unlike your leader, I am a child of merit, not nepotism. Okay? You are all Nepo Kid party.
Which merit?
You are a Nepo Kid party.
You are a child of Manuvadi. You are a child of Manuvadam.
Now watch your words, otherwise I'll respond harshly and you won't be able to respond. Ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead.
No, I don't want to. I will not wrestle with you. I'm not calling you names, but I'm saying I'm not going to wrestle with you. I'm not calling you names, I'm not calling you anything, but I will not wrestle with you.
Go ahead.
Viewers will understand, I will not wrestle with him.
Go ahead, do it.
Now listen, I will not wrestle with you.
Go ahead.
What go ahead? I don't want to.
Go ahead, do it.
I don't want to. Why
are you threatening?
Meri marzi, I don't want to. Again laughing like that.
Me a favor.
Viewers, the fact of the matter is,
listen to me.
Viewers, the fact of the matter is we have a situation right now, and the situation, Madhuvanti, is that Congress party is repeatedly telling every voter, we will do this for infiltrator, we will do this for Muslim quota, we will bring in Muslim reservations. And in 2011, UP as an alternative route, they proposed 8.4% quota within the OBC quota, including 6% for Muslims. So if anybody thinks that this quota is not at the expense of OBCs, they are wrong.
Very quickly, Arnab.
Which means Congress party is anti-SC, ST, OBC. Madhuvanti, this is a reality and calls will be opened a bit. Madhuvanti.
Which is why, Arnab ji, I just wanted to ask Mr. Meka one question. He's calling himself such a big, staunch Hindu and he's questioning us about our origin. Sir, what would you say about the problem of the minorities in Bangladesh, sir? Do you feel for the Hindus in Bangladesh?
We'll take only two callers. We'll take two callers. Okay. Kumar from Bengaluru is calling tonight on this hot debate this evening. Kumar from Bengaluru, very brief call. Kumar.
Arnab, I'm glad you're not taking on Meka. He's. I don't want to do a personal attack. Meka is shameless, absolutely shameless, and he's really pulling down Congress. He's really pulling down the Congress. And for the other people on the panel, it's sad that you're taking the Muslims the wrong way. Muslims don't need a quota. They can be Abdul Kalams anytime. Anybody. Yes, they can be anybody. So just trust your own community when you say that. But Meka is a shameless.
One minute. Can you please? Okay. Can we cut this? Now the point is one minute. Point is, Kumar, Mr. Meka. 1 minute. I think Muslims and Hindus all need to be part of the mainstream. I think isolationism is bad. This is what I think. 1 minute. I say Tala Amar Rashidi, Talaji. There must be so many ways. There must be so many ways, Tausif, apart from quota.
The findings of the Sachar committee.
There must be so many ways apart from quota.
No, you have. Arnab, you have issue with the reservations.
Arnab, give me 30 seconds to bring in some quality content to your debate.
I don't have issue with reservations. I'm saying you can't have only religious reservations. Religious reservations are unconstitutional. My question is religious. You have economically weaker reservations.
Yes.
Don't have religious reservations.
The downtrodden and backward population.
Downtrodden is not a religion.
What can you do?
Okay, Tala is responding on the hot debate tonight. After that, I'll go back to Sanju. Tala.
That is the way, Arnab, please reservation in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh is being given to backward Muslims only. It's not a Muslim reservation, but it's a reservation given only to the 15 caste of backward Muslims. Please understand that. Please understand the fact. Now the other thing is that the Sachcha Report Committee, the Raghunath Mishra Commission, the Kundu report clearly says that the Muslims of India are much below the.
So, but there's a ceiling. No, but there is a the Supreme Court, 1 minute, in its 1992 judgment, the Supreme Court has upheld the ceiling of 50%.
Why was reservation?
Sir, there is a ceiling of 50%.
Why was reservation introduced? That is.
You can't take it above 50%.
That's already under sub judice in Supreme Court. It's under
sub judice. Sub judice, but as of now there is a.
Why are you jumping?
But as of now there is a ceiling, so why provoke people? Why do vote bank politics? Sanju is back on the debate. Sanju responding to Tala on that point. Sanju.
The basic reason behind reservation was to bring the downtrodden
actually, Saira made a very interesting point on the Rajinder Sachcha Committee, and even Tala Rashid spoke on the Rajinder Sachcha Committee. But let us be very clear that the Supreme Court has clearly said that while Muslims can get reservation if they are economically or socially backward or marginalized, quota within quota has been negated by the Supreme Court. Why did the Indira Sawhney judgment versus the Union of India in 1992?
Okay, Saira is countering. Saira is coming into counter.
1993. So quota within quota,
we are talking about the Pasminda Muslims.
Is not valid. Supreme Court does not endorse quota within quota for Muslims on religious grounds. That is why I say Rahul Gandhi Musalmanon ko, he's taking them down the garden path. Uddhav Thackeray is taking Muslims down the garden path. Sharad Pawar is taking Muslims down the garden path. Rahul Gandhi आप लोगों को मुसलमानों को बरगला रहे हैं.
Okay, we're getting a response.
खोटी नियत समझ नहीं पा रहे.
We're getting a response.
तो आप सबका साथ सबका विकास की बात कर रहे हैं. Why don't you have any Muslim MPs? Why didn't you give their ticket to a Muslim MPs? अब्बास की इतनी फिक्र थी, सबका साथ सबका विश्वास की फिक्र थी, तो आप भी टिकट दे देते.
1993. So please
that quota is not given under the quota.
Where is this one?
Which is what Rahul Gandhi is promising. He's only fooling you guys. And you're falling for
and the
lies.
Bombay High Court, if you talk about Maharashtra, the Bombay High Court has already.
I am saying tonight that Tala, there must be other issues. There must be other development issues we can discuss, not the Muslim quota.
Reservation upheld कर दिया क्या? यहाँ जो पैनल पे बैठे हैं हाई कोर्ट से ज्यादा ज्ञानी.
साहब राजिंदर सच्चर कमेटी को ओवर रूल किया था सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने 2006 में और कहा था कोटा विद इन कोटा मुसलमानों को नहीं दिया.
अरे सच्चर रिपोर्ट छोड़िए, अभी बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट ने अपेल किया है जो महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट ने इससे पहले 4% रिजर्वेशन दिया था एजुकेशन में. बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट ने इसे अपेल कर दिया. आपको इतनी दिक्कत है.
Okay, one Amitabh is on the debate. Amitabh Sinha is saying something to you, Saira.
Yeah. Just a minute. Sanju ji, please. No. They are. You people are talking about the legal process. Supreme Court has already.
SCs in India.
Just a minute, madam. Why you are shouting?
Make them too for poverty.
When Arnab has given this verdict that who will talk, you should try to understand.
Saira.
What, madam? No, you should try
Saira,
to
let him
follow
respond,
the decorum. Yeah. Arnab, see, these people, I don't know from where they have understood about the legal process. The Supreme Court, what I had, said in the last segment of my statement, see, in 1992, the 9-judge bench actually had very clearly stated that no reservation can be exceeded after 50%. So, in special cases, 52%, 54%, the reservation was there, but with the special mentioning to the central government, and then the central government, after getting the nod from the Supreme Court, it happened. But the state government cannot do anything. What Sanjuji is saying, this is basically the cheating. They are making fools of Muslim community और साथ में उनको ये नहीं
But that's the point. As of now, would it be agreed that as of now, you cannot have Muslim quota? So you're making a false promise.
Certainly. This is basically...
Unless you're doing it from within the existing quota, which would be depriving others.
1 second. No, please do not interrupt. Arnab, 1 second. Arnab, give me 1 second.
Go on.
See, the BJP spokesperson is suspicious. No, please hold on.
Suspicious?
BJP spokesperson is suspicious that Congress will not be able to deliver the promise that they are making. Correct? That's what they are saying. The BJP is saying that Congress is fooling the Muslim community and therefore he has a problem.
Yeah.
Now we will let public decide that. If public brings Congress alliance in power,
Sanju is countering. Sanju is countering. Sanju on the left.
Delivers on the promise. With the Supreme, if the ceiling of 50% cannot be lifted by Supreme Court, time will decide that. If Supreme Court had lifted the ceiling of 50% reservation,
why doesn't the Congress party say, why does the Congress party not say that it will start schools, it will start hospitals, it will do social work? Why say something that is both patently unconstitutional and untenable right now?
And hospitals. Come on, don't be so naive. Don't talk like a naive person. You know it very well. BJP does not promise that you are making fools.
This ally is giving 4% reservation to Muslims in Andhra Pradesh. Why don't they object that? और दूसरी बात, this is the first time I am agreeing to the BJP spokesperson.
But there are some rabid Muslims who are willing to buy Rahul Gandhi's lies, and that is unfortunate. आप लोगों को राहुल गांधी बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं. अपनी आंखें खोलिए तला रशीदी जी, अपनी आंखें खोलिए.
मैं इससे अग्री कर रहा हूँ. सही कह रही. राहुल गांधी बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं, बिल्कुल बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं. एकदम ये हकीकत है. कांग्रेस ने इस मुल्क में मुसलमानों को सबसे ज्यादा नुकसान पहुंचाया, सबसे ज्यादा बेवकूफ बनाया. मैं अग्री करता हूँ, बिल्कुल मैं इस बात से सहमत हूँ. पहली बार मैं बीजेपी की प्रवक्ता से अग्री कर रहा हूँ कि कांग्रेस ने मुसलमानों को इस मुल्क में सबसे ज्यादा बेवकूफ बनाया और इसीलिए आज वो सत्ता में नहीं है.
I think
प्रधानमंत्री जी सबका साथ सबका विकास की बात करते हैं. आप बताइए मुसलमानों को आप क्या दे रहे हैं? आपने एमपी की बात की, आपने टिकट तक नहीं दिया.
PM आवास योजना to minorities, especially Muslims. Modi government has given 10 crore scholarships to minorities, especially Muslims. हज में
आपने माइनॉरिटी आपने प्री मैट्रिक माइनॉरिटी खत्म कर दी.
But all the social sector schemes, Tala, this is also wrong. All the social sector schemes are applicable to all. No, but all the social sector schemes are subject to all. सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास.
Schemes are applicable only in BJP ruled state. No, you're wrong.
You don't believe in सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास. Don't segregate this country. Don't break the country.
कटोगे एक रहोगे तो सेफ रहोगे. इसका क्या मतलब है? ये सबका साथ सबका विकास दुबई में करते हैं मोदी जी. वहाँ जाकर गले मिलते हैं दुबई की शेख से, सऊदी की शेख से. यहाँ पे गले लगाने में दिक्कत है मुसलमानों को. मुसलमानों की टोपी नहीं पहनेंगे, मुसलमानों को गले लगाने में दिक्कत है. ये सबका साथ सबका विकास इंटरनेशनल कंट्रीज के लिए है. देश में आप कह रहे हैं एक रहोगे तो सेफ रहोगे, बटोगे तो कटोगे. कपड़े से पहचाना, शमशान, कब्रिस्तान.
कांग्रेस ने क्या किया मुसलमानों को? खाली वोट बैंक पॉलिटिक्स के लिए आप लोगों का इस्तेमाल किया. आपका इस्तेमाल हो रहा है. राहुल गांधी आपका इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं.
आज आपने जो बोला बिल्कुल सच कहा.
आप मुसलमानों का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all. I think I believe in one thing. Sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabka vishwas. We do not need to segregate any community anymore. Muslim quota politics must end. The matter is in the court. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been an interesting film which has been made on the Godhra episode in which 59 people were killed in the Sabarmati Express. Why this is making an incident which has been underplayed come alive, not in the memories but also in our living history, is our subject of debate on the other side, on a continuing debate this evening.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking, and proactive professionals.
Director, the taste of success.
कोई शर्म कर ला है और तेरी T20 की जगह नहीं बढ़ रही तू वापस लौट जा वापस लौट जा और तेरी जगह नहीं बढ़ रही इधर ले आ कोई शर्म कर ला है